Well, speaking of vampires, the Democratic Socialists of America are sucking the blood out of the body politic, officially launching their new platform. And it's like an all-you-can-eat buffet of the dumbest ideas ever presented by the far left. They want to abolish the Senate, get rid of the presidency and the Supreme Court, and replace them with an executive and judiciary chosen by and subordinate to Congress. Yeah, screw you, Constitution. Plus, they want to give amnesty to all illegals and defund the Department of War, of course. Just listen to their socialist sales pitch.
Whenever people are like, oh my God, they want to get rid of the president, I was like, well, I don't know what we would call it in the future. We could call it the head honcho of whatever, you know? We have a feminism section that is trans-liberatory and also socialist feminist.
Everybody sees that, that Trump is super evil. I mean, every president since the founding of the country has been super evil, but somehow we have one that is even more evil.
Good one. Wow. What a brain trust. But Nancy Pelosi, she's trying to bust up the commies by calling for a little less revolution and a little more party discipline. Watch.
I wasn't happy about people saying, let's spend a whole lot of money challenging Democrats. There are elements, exuberances in the party now that should be heard, and the rest. But when we have that vote, in the first couple of days of January, we will all, not me, because I won't be there, they will all be voting for Hakeem Jeffries for Speaker. You run anytime you want and do whatever you want to do, but don't expect that to be welcome when we've got to stay completely focused on saving the Constitution, but more importantly, helping people at the kitchen table in a way that should be universal in terms of our purpose.
Oh, yes, they've got some universal ideas. They universally want to scrap the Constitution and destroy the country. So a lot of people in your party are calling for a big tent to welcome these people inside. They really hate America.
Not those ones. Those ones aren't good. They are perfect online fodder. They have very little applicability in the real world of all the policies, and they're the only one that I think you could have a grown-up conversation about is Medicare for all. But otherwise, it's all totally crazy. And I think that we are in a little bit of a crisis of Twitter is not real life and the online world is not real life when you look at how people are actually voting. And they're winning in these very blue seats, and then we're electing great moderate Democrats in swing seats where we need to win, like Kate Conley or Bobby Polito. And it was interesting. There was a new poll out for the Michigan Senate primary with Abdul Al-Sayed, who actually, by the way, isn't a DSA candidate. He identifies
further left.
Or a doctor. Yeah. A physician. But it was interesting because, you know, everyone is dunking on Haley Stevens because of that clip that went viral, and she's up 7 in this poll, and with no college voters with no college degrees, she's up 22. With black voters, and 15% of Michigan is black people, she's up 46. And Al-Sayed ahead with college-educated white people.
Of course, it's always the college whites.
But who is going to?
Say
it is
again.
I am the college
Can't
whites.
stand 'em.
I'm done. Anyway, Twitter is not real life.
Jesse.
Yeah.
What they're calling for is absolutely insane. And I don't agree that these are fringe candidates. I see what they're doing in New York. I see Zohran Mamdani. I see what they're doing in LA. They've got 2 commies running for mayor of Los Angeles. They will have the 2 largest cities in America. This is not fringe. And also, this is not a Trojan horse. They are telling you exactly what they want to do. And they're so dumb, they can't even come up with replacement terms. Your thoughts?
Yeah, they're like, well, we want to abolish the Senate. And the Democrats in the Senate are like, you know, they have some good ideas.
Yeah.
They just ran on saving democracy. And these people are like, you know what, we're going to take away your right to vote for president. What? I like primaries and conventions and debates and campaigning. I don't want to give my right to vote to Congress. Congress has a 9% approval rating. If we abolish anything, let's abolish Congress. Then they said they want to defend the Defense Department. So
defund.
So no Air Force, no Navy, no Marines.
No police.
No
police.
Right. I have a feeling Mexico is going to try to take some land back, Jessica. I have a feeling the Brits might want to come and take back some men. We've made some
The
enemies.
French might roll up.
French might roll. I mean, we could probably beat the Canadians without a military, but that's fine.
Are you nervous about
Vikings
getting your
from Greenland.
testosterone shot?
Yeah, I don't think
If
I
we
need
defund
that.
I don't know. Pete says at your age, you might need a T shot.
I've never had any trouble in that department, Jessica, and you've said that in the commercial break.
Just ask HR.
That is worse than hit him in the A. I have never said that.
Also, how about no borders, no ICE, no deportations? So someone can break into the country, rape us, go to jail. Oh, actually, no, there is no jail because there's no
social worker
police.
will talk them down.
That's right. Yeah. So it sounds like they just want us all dead. Do I have that right, Jessica? And Medicare for all, Green New Deal, and freezing rent. So they're going to take away your vote. They're going to take away your gas grill. They're going to take away your doctor. They're going to take away your police and your military. But they're for a 4-day work week.
No, they're not for work.
Work is only if you have a few little bills. Unfortunately, I had to sit through most of this. I remember when spinsters just had a book club. You know, like the lonely ladies who can't get a date, they just got together with their cats and they talked about cool books. Now they want to take over the world.
Right.
I mean, this is just, and here's the deal. It's not very, I'm going to agree with Jessica on this. This is not very popular. Did you see the amount of likes and hearts they were getting during the thing? It was like they were hitting it for each other. It was like 2 or 3. There was no love in that thing. But this is, you do have to take it seriously. But at some point, the Democrats have to say, hey, you're not with us. You're communists. Form your own thing. Get out of our tent. Because they're going to, if I'm voting and I'm like, I'm an independent and I'm going to vote for the Conservative Party or a Democratic Party, and that's the speech I hear? Like, if you're a Republican, you start funding them. Help them get better backgrounds. Like, jazz up that depressing backdrop that they were all in. One of them didn't even have the lights on, and we're seeing the reflection of our lonely lives in their glasses. And they just went on. And they even said, I think Bernie Sanders is the most popular one because he ran for president. Like, that's who we have to work. Like, if I'm a Republican strategist, I'm like, that's it. Like, get them on the debate stand.
Right.
So who put this out? Was it Democrats? I mean, it almost seems like it benefits them more
the DSA,
than...
and I'm actually a little surprised because it was so ham-handed, and they've been a little bit more politically sophisticated. It's sort of like when Mamdani did the 4th of July speech, and I thought, like, he's usually better than that, and so maybe they have, I don't know, lost a step. But I do think it's worth taking very seriously, and the Democrats should thank Fox for talking about this story. Because if they don't, it'll just continue to eat away. And if we make fun of them, then that protects them from having to do so.
Yes.
And if we point out the trade-offs, then the Democrats can be like, yeah, what they said. And they don't have to do it. Like Chuck Schumer is like, I'm not going to weigh in on the Maine race. I'm just going to sit here and not do that. The other thing is they say it's for the workers. Jessica just pointed out, 40% of minority communities in Michigan want Haley Stevens, not El Sayed. So, and that happened again here in New York. And it happened in Colorado. So the white liberals are the ones that are propping them up. But also, when they say they're for the workers, let's be clear about that. The candidates that we know about so far, they lied on their resume, i.e. oyster farmer or doctor.
Or non-raper.
Some of them have never had a job. They've been in college their entire time. But they're for the Workers' Party, and that is why it has very little to do with economic socialism. It has everything to do with anarchy. And I would also say that when they talk about packing the court or getting rid of the Supreme Court, there's a direct thread to be made to that and the threats against the Supreme Court justices that have been happening, because it dehumanizes these people. And you can't respect what the Supreme Court says because you disagree with it unless they go your way and then you think it's great and then you don't want to pack it. So I think that there's a moment for a Democrat to have a Sister Souljah moment here, but if they don't want to take it, we'll just keep doing it for them.
Well, if they're not going to grow a spine, they're going to lose their party. Like, it is going to fracture in two, and who does that benefit? Jesse Waters, when he runs for president.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.